Let's go to Brussels now and speak to Dave Keating, our correspondent. Dave, what would Turkey's president like the EU to do then? What's he there for?
Well, probably what he wants to come out of this meeting is a renegotiation of the 2016 deal the EU reached with Turkey, which they provided 6 billion euros in exchange for Turkey holding back migrants from coming to the EU border. This all started when there was a significant flare-up of violence in northern Syria. Many Turkish troops were killed, and there was an anticipation of a migratory influx. In response, Turkey told migrants, we're opening up the border. We're not going to comply with this EU deal anymore, and there was a surge of migrants toward the EU's border, particularly with Greece. Now, President Ursula von der Leyen of the Commission gave a press conference earlier today. She was marking her first 100 days in office, which of late have been marked by international crises, and she said that the main outcome that she wants out of this meeting tonight with President Erdogan is that they come to an understanding about that border issue. That's the short-term crisis that needs to be solved. And she was expressing the EU's anger with Erdogan when she said the Turkish president told migrants that the EU border was open. It wasn't open, it isn't open, and it will not be open, she said. But at the same time, she said that she wants tonight's meeting to reset the EU-Turkey relationship. She wants some kind of understanding there. And that does suggest that the EU might be open to either providing additional funding to Turkey or complying with Turkey's request that the money go directly to the Turkish government rather than be overseen by the European Union.
Those talks then happening a few hours from now. Tell us more about what we can expect to come out of them.
Well, there's the immediate issue, which is the border issue, and then also there's the Syria issue. Now, von der Leyen did say that they will talk about what's happening in Syria. The other thing Turkey wants, other than more assistance with the migrants, is that the EU steps in a more robust way in Syria. Right now, Turkey is fighting a kind of proxy war in Syria with Russia because Syrian troops are backed by Russia. The EU is very wary to get involved there in northern Syria, but there are discussions about establishing a safe zone for migrants there to stop a flood from coming up into Turkey and further north into Europe. So that will be the other issue they will discuss tonight, although President von der Leyen in her press conference essentially said, don't expect a result on that front. We're really talking about the beginning of talks on Syria here. So probably what we could hope for tonight is a short-term agreement on the migration issue and the start of some kind of understanding between Turkey and the EU on Syria, although the reticence about getting involved in Syria is so strong on the EU side, it seems unlikely the EU is going to scale up its involvement.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Dave Keating.